Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 177 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play, set mode, no items. So with that being said and done, let's go on ahead and here, talk to Augustus and see what mess we have going on. Augustus, what happened to you? It's you children once again. I'm glad to see you. Unfortunately, it seems as though I was attacked by Team Zen when I had my guard down. Was it an executive or something? No, it looked like a normal grunt you'd see here and there. They were asking strange questions I couldn't even comprehend. Questions? Yes, but it pains me to even think about. Now, I don't quite remember if Augustus ever gets into the questions that were asked to him. I don't remember. I kind of hope so, because I'm definitely interested by what was asked to him, but time will tell as we move forward with this. We'll spare you the pain then. Can you tell us where this grunt went? They said they were going to run off and look for something on Route 6. That's why I hurried and reported this to Crawley. Team Zen occupied Route 6 during their initial attack, and we haven't been able to clean up the damages yet. If there's something they left behind, then we can't let them retrieve it. Crawley, you leave this to us. Just look after Augustus and we'll handle this mess. Thanks guys, you're saving my butt once again. I don't know how I'm gonna repay you this time. Repay us by coming to our movie night later. It'll be a lot of fun. Now that I can do. Let's go, Alon. Mission time. Sounds like a plan. What could Team Zen want this time? I have full faith in your abilities, Alon. Let's bring Team Zen to justice. Sounds good. Now, I guess to be fair with, all the battleships and whatnot within, the shore over here, and Augustus having one as well, it kind of makes sense on why they would kind of come on back here, because again, their property. But yeah. Now I'm trying to remember exactly kind of like what happened over here, but my memory's a little bit foggy, but I'll just leave it at that, and I'm sure I'll get a refresher as we continue on more. If Team Zen is trying to retrieve something they left behind, then they're probably targeting their ships, but something seems kind of fishy to me. Why would they attack Augustus? Is it because he has another battleship in his possession? If Team Zen wants their battleships back, then that's bad news for us. Now, to be fair, it's not as if, the Rangers and all could do much about it. I don't know if, Madam X and the others were like, you know what, they can stay there. It's not like they're gonna go anywhere, so yeah, if we really want them back, we'll just take them back, because again, probably not a lot that they can do. So yeah, I know probably could be a thing where Carly could be like, hey guys, Terajuma, please, they're getting the boats back. But I don't really know. I feel like in a sense that they could if they really wanted to, but of course I'm sure it's some other thing than the boat itself. Alon, can you hear me? Pretty neat, right? I can't see what you're up to, but I can communicate with you as long as I'm in Zeit. Downside is that in order to do this, I have to reconvert Zeit's processing speed to be equivalent to the real world's, effectively making Zeit's main perk sort of useless, but no matter. I'm here to assist you in finding this Team Zen grunt. There's a battleship that's been connected to some of the elevated parts of the route. Things will proceed once you arrive to that battleship with the bridges. Sorry, did you say something, Alon? I don't know. I could have sworn I heard a voice. It was faint, but it sounded really familiar, so I was just wondering. Looks like I was just imagining things. Don't worry about it. I'm heading off again. Why was Alita able to hear me? That shouldn't be possible. This line should only be directly connected to you, Alon. I read that wrong, sorry. I need some time to think. In the meantime, head to that battleship. Now, of course, if some people might be a little bit confused about how Alita was able to kind of hear a little bit of what was going on there, Vivian, Talia, able to sense the earth and whatnot, it's still interesting that even with Zeit being a thing for the Interceptor exclusively, that even her abilities is still able to pick up on that. But to be fair, Vivian has said it before that I can hear all life on Earth. The voices of people, the Pokemon rustling in the grass, etc, etc. So of course with Zeit being connected to the core, and of course the core, the center of the Earth, and all that kind of good stuff, it makes total sense for Alita to actually pick up on that slightly. So yeah, really interesting overall with her abilities. Anyways, let's get a move on here. Now, I think it's this one? I don't quite remember. No, there should be another one where a bunch of battles kind of start happening. I know they mentioned something about a bridge, but is it this one? No? Maybe... Oh, so you do return. I thought there was a thing where it, like, despawned. But actually, don't I have a Chansey? I don't think I ever really want to use the Chansey just because... stall. But yeah, I do have one. So we'll leave you there for now. You can just chill and enjoy the scenery. I did see this boat up here, so... I think this is the one, perhaps? Maybe, maybe not, I don't really know, but we're about to find out. Careful, Alon, there's some insanely strong grunts on this ship. They don't attack when boarding because it looks like they want us to. There's no shame in moving on and saving this for later. Okay, so I believe this is the one here. Big mistake, Alon. You're in for it now. You're a big fat loser. Let's prove that. Alright, you can certainly try. Let's see, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide is fine. Since we're level 90, I think we shouldn't really struggle too bad with a few of these battles. So, yeah. Okay, so... I was kind of hoping the hail would have taken that out, but that's okay. Mainframe, You could be a menace, so let me just BP get rid of the artillery, and then I do want to get rid of this guy here. What is it again? Water, ice? Yes. I don't think I really lived this turn, so Snorlax did its job, just let it go. Get rid of that thing. That's fine. Go into you. Heat Wave is fine. Meteor Mash as well is fine. Nice. One more. Shadow Ball, Meteor Mash is fine. This should take it out. Nice. It's hopeless. It's hopeless, okay. Yeah, and you haven't even gotten to the worst part. Our treasure is ours. I thought that was clear. Wasn't there... I kind of want to find a healing station, honestly. There should be one at Valor. Let me see. Yes. We'll just go to this one then. Now, I kind of wish I had something interesting to say, but... not really. Life's been just about the same. Work. Sleep. Doing random stuff. Repeat, you know? Living the life. Oh boy, you're in for it now. We're in charge of the treasury. Look what the boat dragged in. Target practice. Zen Mage Soren and Zen Mage Melissa want to battle. Right, I almost forgot about these guys. Because there is something unique and interesting about, you know, Team Zen having mages. So, yeah, anyways, this should be easy pickings for Aerodactyl here. Greedent. Try this on for size. Right, so the mages can actually add certain effects to them. Ground poison. And then +1 defense. Okay. Honestly, nothing really too worrying, so I think I'll just go for Sky Drop on you, and then Pup on the Greedent. Go for it again. Even if we didn't crit, I believe Sky Drop would have done over half regardless, so I don't think that crit necessarily mattered too much. Let's do that again. Okay. Heat Wave again. And then Heat Wave definitely takes out Greedent. I don't know about the Raichu. Okay, it does. Right, I also gotta keep in mind, they're only like level like 70, so... yeah. Okay, let's do that instead. I thought about Heat Wave, but... nah, I want to get rid of the Alakazam. Or never mind. I'm actually kind of surprised. That's okay. Meteor Mash. Liquidation is fine. Get rid of that. Oh, you have a Sash. Okay, BP, get rid of that. Poison Jab you then. BP, Poison Jab. Hariyama, Zen Headbutt is fine, and I'm gonna cut Baneful Bunker, but I'll just go for the offense here. No matter what, I think we should be fine. Right? Oh, you still have like one more, but again, I'm not too worried. Okay. My magic, it's supposed to be impenetrable. Hey, no fair, you're not supposed to be this capable. Oh, sorry, we're definitely capable. Oh wait, is there a... right. Thank you. Okay, let me go re-heal again. I guess I'll just pause here. Okay, I'm back. You want your treasure? You're gonna have to fight for it. You're dead. You know, I'm starting to realize I think I went to the wrong boat. And I could have gone back here at another point to do all of this, and... yeah. You know, that's okay. We'll get back on track with the main story soon. I'm actually starting to think about it. I'm like, you know, it's interesting why they only have like level 70s. And then I kind of looked around the boat a little more and I was like, there really isn't like that ladder thing. And I would assume Alita would have been somewhere around there, so... yeah. That's okay, regardless, it's a series where I want to do pretty much almost everything that I know of within the game, so... it's all good. It'll work out. So we'll go for Heat Wave. Get rid of that. Okay, leave any Avium type. Or Avium form, sorry. Because what is it? Bug Dragon. And then mainframe looking good. You're a little bit of a menace, but I think I'm okay. I should outspeed. Yeah, like level 90, we're fine. Noctowl with a crest. I don't know what that crest does, but it does something. Okay. Because it didn't really matter. Nice. No, our treasure. Guess that's it. Alright, Alon. You won, you won. Fine, take our treasure. We don't even care. Oh right, I also realized, I believe that's also like a Deathwing right there, so... rest in peace you pretty soon. Okay. I guess I'll just... oh, nice. Thank you for that. Okay, so clearly I went on the wrong boat. And... We gotta find the right boat. That's that one hut with, right, Kieran, right? I think I went on an interesting theory rant before about that, so I won't touch on that again. Let me take a look around. And I don't think it was... Was it this one? I don't remember. So it hit that. There we go. No, it's not this one. I know she mentioned something about a bridge, but I really thought there was like this scene thing where we went inside like the boat with like Venom and Alita. Maybe I'm like jumping the gun and I need to go to the bridge. Might be what it is. I do apologize for my stupidity. It's been a minute since I've, you know, done Karma Files. Man, how many years ago did I start up that series? I know like the main series, I started back in like 2020 during like COVID, but... whatchamacallit? Oh, okay, it's this one here. Okay, I see her. My bad. So then I must have... Okay. But anyways, I guess I must have missed this one then, my bad, but when did Karma Files come out again? Like a year or a little over a year ago? Something like that? I don't quite remember, but it's just been a long time ago, so... Yeah, again, apologies for my mistake running around aimlessly. Out of the way, morons. Hey, what the? Stop them. Darn, that man can run and swim. The guy was practically a boat himself. Where'd he go? He ran inside after that Team Zen grunt. Hey, old man. Augustus, you doing okay in there? Wait a minute. Where'd that scoundrel go? The door closed. What? The lights went out. Sorry. What? Who's there? Poor Augustus. That did not sound good. Augustus? Bust the door down. Charizard melt through that steel with flamethrower. Is this thing made out of titanium? So that was a bust. We're going to have to find another way to open the door. Guys, I found a ladder back here. Okay, I'll go check the upper floors. You guys investigate downstairs. Got it? Let's move. Sounds like a plan. Now, I'm kind of curious. Okay. Nothing really in there. Can we really find a way to open that door all the way down here? The switch does exist down here. Well, no need to wonder. We need to just move. Yeah. I did not mean to do that, Malia. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I did not mean to hold the B button voice crack there and skip the text with Malia. Again, sorry about that. But anyways, I do want to read it. Neither Amber nor Venom could hear me speak just then. Only Alita could hear me. Well, I'm a bit preoccupied, so I'll leave you here alone. The layout of the room isn't complicated, so you should be able to clear it quickly. Sounds like a plan. And again, like I talked about earlier, with her being able to, you know, listen to the earth and whatnot and hear it, it makes total sense why she's able to hear us within sight, so yeah. Okay, so it's been a little bit since I've done this, but I do remember that you can walk on these containers. I think I remember when I first went through this, I did not realize you can actually walk on the containers. At least I think so. I don't quite remember. I don't even know what you're saying, ma'am. But yeah. Okay, Porygon Z, you're a little bit threatening, honestly. I am just gonna go for a heavy slam. Well, that kind of sucked. Nice. Go into... Yeah, you're looking really good, actually. We'll just get this guy on out of here, because Porygon Z can be a threat. Ambipom. Slide here. That's for paralyzing me earlier. Skydrop is fine. Nice. Come on, don't be such a sour puss. We're just living. We're just living, we're just living, we're just living, we're just living, we're just living. Fair point. This place is crawling with Team Zen grunts. How did so many of them manage to sneak their way onto Terrajuma again? What the freak? Is Venom fighting recklessly somewhere? No, that sounded like it came from above us. Is Alita okay? Boil and bubble, boil and bubble, boil and... I don't know if there's any like meaning to that though, or if it's just a Zen grunt saying wacky stuff, kind of like the one down there just saying we're just trying to live. Because like that's the thing, like I've been on this theory before with like different like Zen grunts that say like certain things. Do I want to do another rant on that? I know I've done it before, but it's probably been a while. Yeah, why not? Why not? I guess another spoiler theory rant thing, so yeah, if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Go to the comment section below, timestamp there. I don't think this one's going to be very lengthy, but yeah, it's something that I want to talk about. Okay, we are in spoiler territory one final time. If you do not want to listen for whatever the reason may be, go to the comment section below, timestamp there. Yeah, okay, so the Zen grunts, a lot of them have said certain things. Goofy things, real things, sad things, happy things, angry things, yada yada yada. But the ones that intrigue me a lot are the ones at Giran at the very beginning of the game. Now, they're not the only ones that have said something like this. A lot of them have. I can't remember every single line from every single grunt within the game. That's not happening. I'm not going to remember all of it. But the ones at the beginning definitely stick out to me, where a few of them were like, if we don't find Malia, then ... And like a few other lines of needing Malia and just doing this because they have to. And even, you know, that Zen grunt there, I just want to live. Go back to, you know, the one quest within the desert where we wanted to kick out the one Zen grunt. If you choose not to, they explain like, look, we worked with them, we got another shot at this, and it turned out we didn't want to be with them. But if you choose to kick them out, a interesting looking Zen grunt finds them, eliminates them, and that's that. And of course, you know, Damien, I think at that quest gets like upset because technically it kind of helped with Team Zen finding them, so yeah. But anyways, a lot of them say really interesting things, like I want to live. Like if I knew that this was gonna be my life, I wouldn't have chose this. Some of them are still for the cause. Some of them aren't for the cause, but they have no other choice. Some just say, screw it. If I die, I die, but I'm on out of here. I don't want to die. I don't want to get caught by Madam X or somebody else, but I'm gonna keep going as long as I can until the day that I finally get caught. And again, you see a few people that were, you know, Zen grunts that actually got away for the time being. Anyways, though, going into the Zen grunts though, I really feel, and honestly, learning more about Old Earth and whatnot, it adds a few extra ideas in my mind. So initially, I've always thought of them potentially to be similar to maids. Like how Angie at the time was able to make these, you know, maids or servants, whatever you want to call them, similar to how Canon was brought into the world. I've also thought that these are actual people, possibly during the calamity, or somebody that has died and their soul was wandering aimlessly. Think about it for a moment. We learn the things down within the third layer. You see all these spirits, you know, all around the place. It makes sense to me that Madam X in some way, shape, and form is like, you've been sent to oblivion. You're dead. You're gone. Join the cause. Have another chance at life. The way that you died wasn't fair. I'm giving you another chance. If you don't want it, okay. That's fine. You just can continue being a soul if you want. But if you want to live again, join me. And many did. Now, to add more into that, now I guess like another thing to add, because like think about it as well, with the whole like Oblivion thing, being able to do that, go back to what she did to Canon. Salamence died. She couldn't say Salamence, but she was like, I can save you from Oblivion. So you know that she, in some way, shape, and form, has that ability. How she's able to do it, I don't know. It could have something to do with the suit, her character, you know, herself, the technology that Team Zen seems to have. Go back to Emma's cave with all the gemstones and all that kind of stuff, with like her being able to make that suit of armor there. It could have something to do with the stones there. I don't really know, but that's not super important. In some way, shape, and form, she has this ability that she's able to do it. At least I think something like that she's able to do. I might not be wording this correctly, but I think I'm on the right track at the very least. Now getting into a whole new thing. Go back to the reset system, where we learn within Old Earth and Adra saying, in order for things to continue, there has to come a point where there's a full reset, wipe the slate clean, and then start anew. It has to be this way in order for, you know, life to be sustainable. Variety, of course, has done her things, and here we are within Rejuvenation. Even Alexandra mentioned it before that there was a recent reset at some point during V13's chapter, and initially they were like, Alon, I think you did it, but Alon, our character was like, I don't remember ever doing that. Now there is the idea the pro tag Alon did it. I honestly don't think that at all. The reason for that, Storm 9 happened. They died. How could they be the ones to do the reset? I don't know. Maybe something happened before all of that and they somehow resetted it, but even that to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But at the same time, I guess in a sense it could if you just add the Variety thing. Maybe she did some wacky stuff and she was like, okay, y'all got resetted. However, I like the pro tags a lot, so you all are safe within this new reset. Most of the other people, yeah, they're getting resetted. They're not as important as my main characters within this story of Rejuvenation. So there could be that whole thing as well, but let me steer away from Variety too much, because I don't, whenever I get into like Variety, like it adds a whole nother thing on top of what I'm trying to say, so let's push her off to the side for a moment. Back to the reset thing then, with the Griffins and whatnot in Old Earth. You learn that they created a system, the reset thing, where it wipes everything clean to continue life itself. it could be a thing that the reset happens. Done, game over, that's it. What if Madam X is able to tap into that? Whether it's within the third layer or something else entirely, where she's like, I can tap into that whole reset thing, I can tap into when souls start to, you know, die and whatnot, before they go off to oblivion and who knows where. I will give you a chance, yes or no. No, you're going to oblivion, you're done. Join me, you get another chance at life. That could be another angle as well, honestly. And honestly, here's another wacky thing too. Even if they're like, no, I don't want to do it. Madam X could even be like, whatever. Okay, you made your choice. Oh wait, what's this in my pocket? The time diamond. Ooh, how unlucky for you. Reset. Rewind. Charles, hey. You totally don't remember I've asked you about 5 more, you know, times recently about joining. You kept saying no. You're gonna say yes this time? You do? Great. Come on board. Now, do I think that's what she's doing? I'm gonna safely assume probably not. But it's not impossible since she has the time diamond in her possession, where she's like, I can just keep rewinding this until I finally get a yes out of them. Very similar to how Spacia and Tempa were able to do that to Malia. Let's say Malia said no, they could be like, oh, rewind. Hey Malia, we totally haven't met, you know, 572 times. Will today, this moment be the yes from you, that you'll become a storm chaser? Madam X has a very similar ability with that item that she possesses, so yeah, very, very interesting overall to kind of like think about these kind of things, because again, no matter what, most of these Team Zen grunts, they're not evil people. Some are, yes, but most, I would safely assume, were like, I just wanted another chance at life. I didn't ask to ruin people's lives, Pokemon's lives, cause all this mayhem and destruction. I didn't want this. But I had to do what I had to do. I wanted to live again. I didn't want to die. Most people don't want to die. I get it. So, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation for many of them, you know? And even going to like the executives, you know? Do you think many of them really wanted to be here? The things that have happened to them that led them to that point to join this team? I would guess most wouldn't really want to. But they saw a goal at the end of the tunnel. And they took that leap of faith, because if they didn't, there was no other choice in the matter. Many of them probably would have died if it wasn't for Team Zen, if it wasn't for Madam X to hold out that hand and say, join me. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay, that's okay. It's really fun talking about these things. Alright, we are out of spoiler territory. Went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but again, as I said, it's always fun talking about these kind of theories and whatnot, so... Okay. Let's press that. And let me see if this kind of... Right, okay, so I can hop on that. Venom is over there. I guess we'll battle you real quick. I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, I don't really know. Anyways, I won't worry about that too much. What did I even stay on? Life's Great Mysteries. Okay, Night Slash. I am shocked. I really, voice crack there, I really thought that would have been enough to take it out. I should have obstruct there. That was a misplay. Nice. Why'd I even do that? I have a Metagross. Man, I am playing really terrible here. Explode. Just stay in. That sucked a little bit, but I think... Alright. Thank you, Metagross. The answer is all in the eye. I see what you did there. The eye. Ah. I'm sure most know. If you know, you know. You know, like the little like eyeballs within, you know, Zeit that we saw with that scene with Adris getting deleted. I assume kind of just making a little like reference there. It's all in the eye. Okay, I'm going to re-heal once again. And let's go back to that boat. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay, I just wanted to mess around with that real quick just in case. Oh, I have to redo that again. I didn't realize I had to redo that. Okay. Save here real quick. Alright. What is going on with these fools? They're not making any sense. Something is happening upstairs, but like, right above us. Is Augustus fighting back? Hell yeah, Augustus. Give them hell. I don't know if that's Augustus. I mean, not saying it couldn't, but I don't think it's Augustus. Okay, so it's not quite time to go on over there yet, so let's go here, question mark? Right, because that leads you back there. And then I'll skip out on the butterflies. And then... Right, it's a thing that I can go here, right? Yes. I want to take this slow because I don't want to mess up too badly. So I could do that. And then I think over here. Yes. A door seems to have opened upstairs. Alright, let me save real quick. I heard a door open above us. Alon, I think you found it. In that case, let's move. I have no idea what you're saying. Whoa, when did this guy show up? And he's saying weird crap like, just like before. Ah? What? He's speaking in lorem ipsum. In what? Lorem ipsum. It's a fake language used as a placeholder text on websites. Why do you know that? Try having no friends. It opens the door for a wide variety of useless trivia and knowledge, and time to look into making websites for your favorite pop idol, but that's besides the point. Alrighty. He didn't seem too happy about that. Something your mom. Now you piss me off. Him off, sorry. Watch out. It's alright, we'll take care of this. Happy, happy, happy. La 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 la. What am I doing? What am I doing? Heavy slime is fine. That kind of sucked, but I think we're okay. Savali, Ren. I'm not sure what that says. Maybe Zeta? Zeta Ren, because like that was, I believe, his Savali. I must have missed something if it says something at the end of Malia. I'd have to look at some point. Let's go for the shield. Night Slash. I think we could take one hit. Struck again. Wish we would have outsped it, but it's okay. Because we have BP on this guy, and that should be enough to take it out. Toxicity. And then of course Tesla. I can't really tell what that says there. Maybe like a V like Venom? Because of the whole incident with the two of them? I'm not certain. And he's gone. This is so strange. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I mean all of this is strange. These Zen grunts appear out of nowhere, and they attack Augustus. Team Zen has never acted like this before, and attacks this big are usually coordinated by an executive, but there's nothing. Well, who cares about that right now? Augustus needs our help. Right. And that's something that's interesting. Now, going through this once again, Venom's right. Like, this isn't your normal, you know, like, attack or anything like that. This was really just odd. I don't really know how else to like word it. I don't know. Hey, old man, are you okay? What's going on here? Right, and he gets turned to a black box, right? It's one of those black boxes Alon and I saw at the Nightmare School. The School of Nightmares, sorry. But why is it here? Is this black box... You guys opened the door. Great job. Where's Augustus? This is a black box. This black box is Augustus, isn't it? Okay. What the hell? I mentioned it to the others, but this is all just so creepy. This ship had Zen grunts crawling around out of nowhere. They started spewing nonsense in Lorid's Mitsum. It's Lorem Ipsum. Whatever. Wait. Downstairs? When did you guys go downstairs? What? Just after I told everyone there was a ladder leading downstairs. I'm gonna need you guys to follow me for a second. Guys, I found a ladder back here. Okay, I'll go check the upper floors. You guys investigate downstairs. Got it? Let's move. Okay, so at this point there is a ladder here and you guys go down. Eventually, you guys come back up after you open the door and then enter the room. From the point you guys open the door to when you guys come back upstairs, no one leaves or enters the room. Let's take a look at when I arrive after you guys open the door. It's open. When I arrived in that room, there was no ladder, but before that, there was... Huh, how is that possible? I don't think a ladder ever existed in the first place. It definitely did. We all went down the ladder and everything. Clear. She must have been toying with us again with her illusions. You're right? I'm not so sure. So, if I'm not mistaken, saying is neutral. You're right is +2 to Venom, I'm not so sure is +2 to Alita. So I guess, like, if you like Venom over Alita or Tomato, you go with either one. Or you just choose the one that you want to go with simply, and not based off of how much you like one or the other more. So, honestly, you know, I understand where Venom is coming from, I get it, but I've always gone with I'm not so sure. Now, real quick, let me at least check the points just in case I got that right. Because I hate to do it and then I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right, it's +2 to Venom. I'm not so sure it's +2 to Alita. Like, again, Venom's point makes total sense. Clear, the illusions, all this kind of stuff. But I really can't think, like, how do I want to word it? She's mainly messed with people. Which, of course, yes, in this case, she would be messing with us, right? But I mean, like, literally people. Not actual, like, spaces. You know what I mean? Well, I guess... No, not really. Well, I don't really know. I could be wrong, because, like, I go back to... Oh, sorry, hitting the mic there. Sorry. Like, I know there's a scene with Crescent where she did the illusion thing of Alon, but that's not really... like her, like, changing, like, the scenery and whatnot. I don't really know, honestly. I'm not saying she's not capable of doing that within the boat here, but I'm not really sure it's clear. Because, like, again, with the weird, like, Zen mages and a lot of them saying a lot of nonsense down there, it just... I don't know, like, it's not really a clear thing that I've noticed. So, now again, Venom could be right, I could be wrong, she could be correct, and me and Lita are wrong. That's totally possible. But I kind of side with Alita that I think there's honestly something else to that. I don't think it's clear this time. I think something weird happened. Or is happening, and I don't know what that is. I can go into like a few rants and ideas and whatnot, but I don't think I'm really gonna do it because there's not a lot I can really say besides just throwing random stuff at a wall and seeing if it sticks. So yeah, she must have been toying with us again with her illusions. I'm not so sure. I think Alon might have noticed something I did too. I don't think Clear has anything to do with this one, but who else but her? Clear can only create illusions. If what you saw was an illusion, then we wouldn't have physically been able to go down a ladder that didn't exist. And as such, the ladder did in fact exist at the time. That and the fact that the ladder was caught on video evidence. We can play it back and prove that the ladder existed at some point. If it was merely an illusion, trick on our brains, then it wouldn't have been captured on film. And you want to know the craziest thing? None of the doors on the ship can even close in the first place. The shutter we saw lock the doors simply... I cannot read today. The shutter we saw lock the door simply does not even exist. What the hell? So what? We fell into some alternate world where all of this was just existed momentarily? I don't know, but this reminds me of something that happened on Ascilia. As we were climbing, Alice had actually created an entirely new space within it. It wasn't an illusion, it was an actual space that existed for as long as Alice willed it. Okay, but Alice isn't here right now. Wish I had an answer for you. And I wish I knew what happened to all the Zen grunts we ran into. The one that ran into that room simply has disappeared and all that's left is a black box. It sure feels like Clear was guiding us to a single point, but I don't think it was her. Look, we should at least go back and tell Crawley what's going on. Investigating this any further is just going to ruin our heads. Amber's right. Let's leave this stupid ship. I don't know. I just don't know, you know? like normally like I can like come up with like a random like idea, theory and whatnot, and I can at least, you know, give it an attempt, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll at least give it a try and then kind of just go from there. So yeah, don't expect some big brain stuff here, expect a stupid mess. So yeah, anyways, if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Go to the comment section below, timestamp there. So yeah. Okay, we are in spoiler theory territory. If you do not want to listen one final time, comment section below, timestamp there, skip ahead. Yeah, okay, so I go back to certain events within the game, like Ascilia with Alice, for an example, how she was able to create this alternate world. There's another one that I think players may or may not remember. Go back to Marionette. Go back to Indrid, Chapter 3. Somehow, we were able to find this area and go back in time to this whole different world with the manor, again Indrid, well I should say Marionette, sorry, but well, Maria Marionette, you get the point, tomato tomato, doesn't matter the name. Maria Marionette, you know who I'm talking about. You learn that the worlds were almost like colliding in a sense. Now, again, there's definitely some differences with that, the one with Alice's world and the one here. Yes, but there is similarities. Let's at least agree upon that. The circumstances are probably different, the way that it happened is different, but it's at least similar. I don't know if it has anything to do with clear guiding us to this point. I don't know if Team Zen did some wacky stuff with the mages and maybe dipped into some of that Garufa magic and made this really wacky thing happen. It could have something to do with Indrid, Kieran, Madam X. I don't know. And that's the thing that, again, I mentioned before, there's just not a lot that I can go with this. I don't know, like it's interesting, it really is, but I'm just like, but why though? How? Did it have something to do with us messing around with Zeit a little bit, and Zeit with, you know, Malia being there messing around a little bit caused this weird little like distortion kind of thing for a moment? Was it something, again, well, of course it's all predetermined by Varaya, of course, because you saw like the butterflies down there, and you know that Varaya has more to the story than what's been said from her, but let me not get into the whole Varaya thing for now. We know that she's definitely a big component to this, but push her to the side for now. I can see it being a mix with Malia and Zeit messing around, that it kind of altered the story slightly with all of this. I can see it being a thing with, again, the other characters that I mentioned, but again, going back to even to like the whole like Augustus thing, where like a Team Zen grunt was like asking really weird questions, so I assumed like there was something weird going on similar to how the events unfolded here, and for some reason seeing that grunt again just made him go mad and chase after him, and all for him just to become a black box again. And that's something that, again, is really interesting to me. How did they even revert back to a black box, you know? How? You know? We've seen Crescent take the black box from us, or sorry, from Claire and Kieran, brought us back to life, same with Nancy, but you know, not even like that. How do you even, what even is the creation of the black box? Does it have something to do with, again, I don't mean to bring back Varaya back in the room, but come on in, Varaya, I gotta bring you back into this equation. is it something that, again, the predetermined timeline, the whole reset thing, there's a thing where she's like, I have these certain characters that are more favored than the usual like NPCs within the story. So if a reset happens or yada 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 happens, they'll at least be important to me within this storyline. So the important people have black boxes. If something happens, whatever. If the story works out in the way that I want it, and it should because it's my story, then they could be resurrected back with the black box and carry on with everything. Because like the black box, it has to be a link to almost every important character, I feel. Because like it was a thing with us, a thing with Nancy, Augustus, and you see multiple black boxes throughout the game, so yeah. But again, going through this again and getting back on track, I just don't know. If somebody has a much more larger brain than I do, go ahead. I'd love to hear your idea on all this, but this one I'm kind of at a loss right now. And I feel like I talked about a whole lot of nonsense, but that's okay. We'll leave it at that for now and not get any further with this. Okay, we are at a spoiler territory. Let me write this down real quick. And let's get on out of here. Poor Augustus. I just wanted a movie night with the squad. Can't even have that nowadays. How are we gonna break the news to Crawley? Just rip off the band-aid. That's all we can do. So that's what happened. I can't say I really get all this stuff with the black boxes, but you guys are saying that Augustus didn't make it. Team Zen is going to pay for that one day. I didn't know the man much, but he seemed like a kind and upstanding fellow. But actually it wasn't. Oh, forget it. Not like I'd be caught dead defending Team Zen. At the very least, there shouldn't be any more Team Zen people bothering the island again. Maybe. How reassuring. I'll keep the lookout and high alert just in case. I'm gonna go write a report about this. Augustus, but we thought that you were... I am fine. Do not cry for me. I will be taking a trip soon. Very far away. Have a good day, you all. Old man, what happened to you? I am fine. Do not cry for me. I will be taking a trip soon. Very far away. Have a good day, you all. It seems there was just some sort of misunderstanding here. I'm very happy to see that things are settled and that Augustus is fine. Now that I don't have to write that report, I guess I'll see you guys at Tesla's. Yeah. Sure. Awesome. See you guys there. Alon, you hold on to the black box for now. We're going home. But, I don't want to hear a word about this for the rest of the night. You guys came here to unwind and relax for once. You're going back tomorrow morning and you'll see your crew again. Break your mind then. For now, we're going to have a good evening. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. Good. Now let's go home. Are they gone? Good. In that case, I think it's time to test out a new program. Turn around, would you, Alon? Oh, hey, Malia. Surprised to see me? This is a virtualization technology. I know I pronounced that word wrong, but yeah, sorry about that. You all know I suck at pronouncing words. The person you see before you is just a digital projection, a copy. With this, we can travel through the region instantaneously when we need to. And I can also do this. Or this. This is a throwback look. Maybe we can go back even further. Interesting. Too far, back. That was not pleasant. Anyway, enough goofing around. What'd you find? So Augustus is the third black box Crescent stole. But what does this say about the SS Oceana? Something's not adding up. Why did all of this occur on the SS Oceana? Why was it headed for Avium? And why was Crescent on board with 3 black boxes? We know Team Zen has affiliation with the creators of the black boxes. Did they ambush the ship because Crescent stole 3 artifacts? There is a conspiracy, Crescent knows. One, I'm not ignoring the elephant in the room. Again, going back to my initial theory rant, I would like to try speaking about something with what we just witnessed there with Augustus, because of course he wasn't being normal. I don't know. And I wish I had a better answer, but it's an honest answer. I don't know. I really don't know what happened on that boat. I don't know why there was a black box there and he was walking all fine. I just don't know. I will certainly think about it. But plain and simply, I know I'm being repetitive. I just don't know. Now, of course, with Malia talking now, she didn't see that whole scene there. But with her knowing and hearing the conversation, she can definitely tell, like, okay, there are 3 black boxes, and it makes sense because there was 3 that Crescent stole, and you were always, left in the dark about the 3rd one. So now that we know it was Augustus, Nancy, and Alon, and again, I think that is something that was intended by Clear and Kieran to jumpstart this whole train here, because go back to the Amanda scene in the Ironworks factory where she was like, we were waiting for a signal. Whose signal? Alon's return. The black box, him returning to the world, is what started all of this. So, again, while Crescent was playing chess, Clear and Kieran were playing 3D chess, outplaying her every step of the way. So, yeah, regardless of that, I guess we'll just kind of get back to this before I go into nonsense. There's a conspiracy, Crescent knows. I don't think any of these add or subtract points. Yeah, no, they're both neutral. Crescent knows. 100%. Crescent knows something about the SS Oceana, but we shouldn't press her on that for now. She's just become our friend, and interrogating her is only going to set her off again. For now, take the box and just act normal. I'm still wondering on that thing, by the way. It should be done soon. Also, did Venom mention anything about me? Didn't think so. Okay, bye, Alon. Right, and if you're curious about that, that's probably her seeing if Venom's talked to us about the whole, conversation that the 2 of them had. But no, definitely a really wacky event there. I definitely need to think about it more, but yeah, I don't want to be like a parrot, but I just don't know. Alon's finally back. Finally. Now we can watch this movie. We got a full venue too. We've been working hard ever since you all left the island. Even with Team Zen mostly subdued, we've been battling ever since. She's trying to say that she deserves a movie night. That sounds about right. Fine, the more the merrier. What movie are we watching? Something that has to do with a Pelipper loving a bridge. That sounds dumb. Let's watch it. Sometime after midnight. Man, is this what it's like to be an adult? Why do things have to happen all the time? I just want to stay in bed all day with no issues. And I And just when I thought things were getting better, Malia just... Is it too late to drop everything and become a surgeon like Mom wanted? Because after everything, that seems way less stressful. Do I have a skill for noticing people wander off at crazy hours at night, or something? What's aimbot doing this late at night? Last time I I trailed someone, I was turned to stone. Surely lightning doesn't strike twice. If it does, when Eric is getting a smack in the head later. Miss Princess, this ain't your castle? Now you're stalking me. The fangirling never ends with you. Can't stay away, sorry. My relationship with you has become parasocial. Funny. Never knew Aquamarine Cave had a place like this. Not many do, but it's one of my favorite places ever. Anyway, you want some pop? It's soda. I know, I just like saying pop because I know it irritates you. Give it here. So what happened with the Missy? It didn't work out? Yes and no. Things haven't officially ended, but it's not going anywhere either. Explain. Malia pulled me into a room alone and told me that things can't continue as long as Team Zen is around, with a certain event coming up, it would be wise to focus on that. And honestly, I agreed with her. It was ended on mutual terms. You literally just said it didn't end, but either way, sorry about that. Yeah, but I think I'm not really ready for anything serious right now anyways. I have issues I need to work on first. A relationship won't fix me. I have to do that. There's nothing wrong with you. You're you, and that's fine. There's plenty wrong. I haven't been the same lately, is all. None of you have been the same. Huh? I mean, after I met with Alon and Elite at Access High, there was something different about them, as if sheer resolve drove them forward. You guys are all working as if you know there's something you have to accomplish. Something is about to go down soon. Am I right about that? Perhaps it's best if you stay in Tela Resort, Ambat. Grand Dream City isn't safe. And what about you? You're not going to run away? I can't. I've come too far to run now. When's it happening? December 27th. Are you scared? I have no time to be scared. If I'm scared, I'll lose. And if I lose, everyone else goes down with me. I can't let that happen. You all are the absolute worst. You know that? I am sick and tired of everyone throwing their own emotions away because they think it's wrong to feel them. Because of Team Zen, nowhere in this region is safe. Staying out of Grand Dream City won't mean crap. Alita is scared. Alon is scared. Ren is scared. Malia is scared. You're scared. People may die, Ven. That's the truth. Everyone is terrified, and you guys are acting like it's nothing. At the end of the day, we're just kids. For God's sake, we are children. Children that have been placed with the weight of the world on top of them. So don't you dare stand there and tell me you're not scared. What are we supposed to do? You want the truth? You're absolutely right. We're all terrified. All of us are going on acting as if we're okay, but the moment one of us cracks, the entire foundation crumbles. On December 27th, our group is going to enter Team Zen's HQ, and I don't think all of us are going to leave alive. Hell, we may even lose, and none of us will even return. We're just kids, but we're the only ones prepared to die for this. But I won't let you die. Not you, not anyone, Ven. After so long, we just became sisters again. For so long, I thought no one really liked or cared about me. That I was only tolerated and that I wasn't worthy of anyone's love. After you all came to Terrajuma Island, my life changed. You all are the people that I cherish the most. Amber. Besides, we made a promise to that person who's sleeping her butt off while everyone else is doing all the hard work. That's just like her, isn't it? It is. Saki Blakery has 2 girls crying in a cave tonight. Isn't that just so sickening? Can you believe this? I won't forgive her for that. I want revenge. I won't stop until I can be there when she wakes up, so we can beat her butt for making us worry like this. Me too, Amber. Again, going back to what I've said so many times, it's just incredible what V13.5 has done with these moments that are really heavy topics, and it's finally being addressed, and characters are starting to crack and fumble, and it's not a bad thing. We break, we fall, we crumble, we cry, we whatever you do. But the important thing is to rebuild again, stronger, better. These moments are important, not just, for these characters here, but for everyday life itself. We need to break to be able to rebuild. We have to. We go through so many trials on a day-to-day basis. Some of us prevail, some of us don't. I wish we all can prevail. I want you to prevail, whoever may be seeing this right now. But again, like I said before, it is really hard to continue holding that baggage, allowing that bottle to just fill up, and it's, overflowing. And it's just hard to walk around with that. Break, fall, cry. Let off some steam in whatever way you want to go about it that's a healthy way. But just let it go. It's okay. It's not embarrassing. It's not bad. We all break at some point. It's normal. It's human. It's okay. I cannot say that enough for anybody that might be needing to hear something like this. It's vital. It needs to happen. We don't grow without that. There's other things that are needed to grow, but that's one of them. Break, rebuild stronger and better and tougher. And seeing the scene where, again, the 2 of them have been distant for so long because of the events at the Gear and Fires many, many, many years ago. Now Amber has some friends. She cares for them, and she knows that as time goes on, things are getting tougher and tougher. The tasks are getting steeper and steeper, and she knows that something's about to go down, and she does not want them to be afraid. But she knows that they are. And that clash back and forth, phenomenal writing. It's incredible. Just seeing Amber's standpoint, Venom's standpoint, the back and forth, and we get to the conclusion here that they let off some steam, they talked about their emotions, they opened up, and there they are sleeping. Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. I knew they'd be here. Let's bring them home. So I guess you guys are leaving then? Yeah, but it was really fun. I had a great time cause... whatever. Well, it was a pleasure to have you all again. Remember that you're always welcome to come and visit. Extended that to Terrajuma Tesla. I said that Terrajuma will always be your home, and that stands. Thanks, guys. Well, we better be off if you want to make it back to Sashila before the night. What's wrong? You want to come with us, don't you? Nah, I got things I gotta take care of, as do you. We'll see each other again soon anyway, at my concert. Yeah. Tell everyone I said hello. Will do. See ya, aimbot. That was a nice mini vacation, but it's nice to be back. We have a lot of work to do still. Time's of the essence. See you guys later. Ah, you guys made it back. I hope you had a good time. Venom, Wait. Before you say anything, I just want to say that I'm not mad. I think the decision we made was the right one, and I stand by it. I still want to be close friends and all. I just need some time, you know. Oh, yes, of course. Totally understand. I'm glad you understand. That makes things easy. Well, I'm gonna go make myself some dinner, so you go make your dinner, ma'am. Yeah. Hey, Alon. I wanted you to know that I finished that thing. It took a lot of debugging and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but it's working. So tomorrow night we'll test it out, okay? Get your team ready. For now, let's just rest for the night. Oh. Is this what I think it is? No, not yet, but it is coming up. I believe there is a certain gauntlet battle that I definitely will need to think about. I will leave it at that. Anyways, that'll be it for today's episode. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves out there. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Excuse me there. Good morning. Love you guys.